Do you guys know what time it is? Well, I'm about to tell you. It's kissing time. How's everyone doing today? The Monkey Something Sensei is back with another video. Today we're talking Kiss collecting. A little known fact about me is that Kiss is one of my favorite bands of all time. Specifically 70s Kiss. So from 74 to right about 1980 or so, that era to me is nigh untouchable. With the exception of Creatures of the Night, which came out in 1982, but we're going to get to that in a future video. There's a whole new series I'm starting called Kiss Collecting, where when I buy a Kiss record, I show you what I got. So right now we're starting with the debut album from 1974. Now this is my favorite Kiss album out of the first three. So many Kiss fans will know you have Kiss 1, you have Harder Than Hell, and then you have Dressed to Kill. And of course the live album, and it blew them up and made them really big. But this album is like a greatest hits. Now looking at the cover here, you'll notice that this is a very crude version of what the classic Kiss makeup would look like. I mean, Paul's looks really good, Ace looks really good, Gene's looks really good, but then Peter looks kind of weird. Like it looks like a weird mask that you'd buy in like a samurai restaurant. Wait, did I hear that right? Samurai restaurant? Why the hell did I say that? I'm gonna keep that in, but what the hell? You can tell it's not fully completed yet, but the rest of the guys look pretty good. I love this backdrop where it's just like all black and very New York, like kind of Dark City like. I love the Kiss logo, how it's like embroidered in lights. Same thing on the back. I love, again, the shiny light Kiss. It's gorgeous. You have all the track names and credits down here. Very nice and rounded. And you can tell the version I have is the 2014 version, audiophile vinyl. These were American pressings that were done from digital transfers of the original analog tape. And these sound fantastic. Now, the only one I have is this one. I do own Creatures of the Night, but that one is the 40th half-speed master. So when I get Creatures, this version, I'll have to compare the two and do a video on that. But these, from what I've heard so far, these sound excellent. This remaster really helps you hear everything brought to life in this early day of the band. This is early Kiss. That's one thing I love, is that there's no BS, there's no money involved, there's no bickering between members of like, oh, I did this, oh, I do this, if you don't do this, I leave the band. None of that. This is pure Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss, the four guys in Kiss at their most rawest form. To me, Kiss has always been a heavier, harder rocking version of the Beatles. I mean, if you look at it, they're all very musically oriented guys. They all sing their songs, they play the instruments very well. Of course, as they go on, you'd have different people filling in for them, whatever, band struggles. Again, that's for a future video. But on this album specifically, Harder Than Hell, Dressed to Kill, and even Kiss Alive, all that whole early stretch, everyone playing their instruments, everyone kind of getting along. Like, it's the culmination of everything is on this record, I feel like. Just the more raw energy of this band. And this really captures that in these reissues. If you look at the track listing here, I mean, this is essentially a greatest hits on side one. So you have Strutter, great opening song. I love the riff to that. Paul's singing is just excellent. Nothing to Lose. Oh, I love that one. Some people don't like that one very much, but I love it. Peter hitting the drums and he's singing, got nothing to lose. It's very, very melodic. Firehouse, I love, with the sirens in the background towards the end of the track. It's just a great rocker. Cold Gin. You want to talk about Kiss classics? Cold Gin on here? Ah, so good. Of course, it's better on a live, like most of these songs are, but Cold Gin is just so great. I love the reverb on Gene's vocals at the end of every verse. It kind of adds to the chilling atmosphere of the song. Like when he says, my heater's broken, I'm so tired. At the end you hear that reverb, it's just like, ooh, you kind of feel the chill. And then he says, the girl next door, her lights are out yet. At the end, like, it kind of trails off like he's sad. Like, you really get that feeling. Again, the production on here, you really feel like that early raw, like these guys had no money whatsoever and they're making an album. And track 5, Let Me Know, I love this one. Another great Gene song. This one I feel like is a real Beatles-esque track on here. Gene Simmons has gone on to say that when he watched the Beatles on Ed Sullivan Show in 1964, it changed his life forever. So I feel like Let Me Know is kind of his tribute to the Beatles. It's very Beatles-esque. Side 2 starts with Kissin' Time, and I absolutely love the intro to this, and I love how all the members of the band, minus Ace because he was too shy to sing in these days, but they all sing a verse, and I think that's kind of like Hard Day's Night-ish, and it's actually a cover song, but I think these guys pull it off extremely well. And do I even have to mention Deuce? What a killer track Deuce is. I mean, again, better on Live 1, but Deuce is so good here. This should have opened either the album or the side itself because it's so excellent. I love the solo and the breakdown when Gene screams. Again, especially on the live version, I can't bring that up enough. Oh, bone chilling. Love Theme from Kiss is a cool little instrumental. It's actually a smaller part of the song Acrobat, which they recorded around the early days, like this longer instrumental piece, which I believe is in one of the Kiss box sets that came out, or the Gene Simmons expensive ass vinyl box set. And then the last two songs in here, 100,000 Years and Black Diamond. Oh, great stuff. 100,000 Years, again, a very heavy metal song. I love Paul's vocals on that. Just how, just kind of up in your face and angry he sounds. Again, very raw Paul Stanley, not doing that like high-paced kind of theatrics things he would do later on in Kiss's career. He's very controlled here, and I love that about this song. I gotta touch on Ace real quick. Ace Frehley, I know, gets a lot of shit for being kind of a sloppy guitarist. People say, oh, he's not a great guitarist or what have you. But I really feel like, especially in the early days, his guitar work was so great. Like, he's kind of, you could say sloppy, but that's kind of his style, you know? Like, I've always loved that about Ace. He's very human-like. There's a lot of guitarists out there, like I'd say John Petrucci, that are excellent guitarists. And they could probably play circles around Ace Frehley. But I feel like Ace Frehley has that human element. Like, you really feel it in his guitar work, and every solo is like a song within a song. You don't get that with a lot of these other guitarists, like John Petrucci. I hate to single him out, but there's a lot of guitarists that are very technical and speedy and whatever else, but their solos are very just noodly and kind of just like, okay, I can play fast, there you go. And that's a problem I have with modern prog, but that's something we're going to get to in a totally other video. Not going to rant too much about that right now. But go back to Ace Frehley. I love his guitar playing here. Again, when he's on stage, lighting the guitar on fire and waving it around and just playing, just, good shit all around. Just a great, fun guy, great guitarist. And I've heard that nowadays he's really nice to the fans. And yeah, just love Ace Frehley. Then we get to the closing track on here, Black Diamond. This is actually Peter Criss's, the drummer, vocal debut. And I love Peter Criss's vocals. He's very Rod Stewart-esque, which I love. I'm not a big Rod Stewart guy, but put him into a more rockin' environment, give him more of a New York kind of Jersey accent, and you get Peter Criss, man. Again, Peter Criss is another artist that people like to bash, but he's a lot like Ringo to me. Again, going back to the Beatles, he's a lot like Ringo. He's not gonna play, Tom Sawyer or for anything from Fragile or anything really progressive. But Peter Criss can really lay down a beat, and he complements the song just like Ringo. Again, and I love his vocals too, just like Ringo. Just the way he sings and the way he can play drums and sing. Again, it's a talent that's kind of underappreciated, being able to do both. Look, I can barely brush my teeth while washing my hair, okay? So the fact that the guy can do that, I give him props for. What else is there to say about this classic album? If you are a fan of Kiss and just getting into vinyl, I'd actually recommend picking this one up first because it is the debut, it's rockin', it's heavy, it's almost the most metal this band ever got. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed my latest video, Kiss Collecting Volume 1, Kiss debut album. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Pick it up on vinyl if you're into that, CD, whatever. If you like the video, hit that like button. It shows that you really care about what I'm doing. Swing on over to that subscribe button to join our Musical Monk family. Oh, real quick, guys, too, I almost forgot to open the record up for you and show you the center label. So it comes in this really nice polyline paper sleeve with the plastic. I love that. A nice touch from Kiss Online, guys, and Universal. So this is side 1. Got that classic Casablanca label. Everything is recreated like the original pressings way back in the 70s. So that's a beautiful touch. Nice 180 gram. They ain't going nowhere, ain't shaking. Again, classic Casablanca label with the detective on there. Great stuff. Just thought I'd show that to you guys. Now back to the outro. Don't forget to listen to Rush. And for all my fellow monks out there, don't forget to keep meditating with vinyl.